as individuals at risk. That is what Q-risk identified as individuals at risk. And these are the individuals who actually developed cardiovascular disease. Now, what this means is that we miss out on this group of individuals and include in the algorithm those individuals who are not identified. And the slight problem, of course, is that we're looking at 10-year horizons. And what this does not tell you is what happens at year 11, year 12, year 13, and so on, when additional people will actually develop cardiovascular disease. So this is the slight problem that we have, is in trying to interpret this. They're at high risk, they're identified at high risk, they haven't developed cardiovascular disease yet, but they're still at high risk and may develop it in the near future. I like this quote. This is from Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, and it says, as you can read, it has said the director, and he was in Hatching Centre, I think it was called, Hatching Centre in London, when he said this. Hasn't it occurred to you that epsilon embryo must have an epsilon environment as well as an epsilon hereditary? And of course that's right, and we mustn't forget about genetic factors. And we know, for example, that 50% of cholesterol is determined by genes. Heart disease overall, depending on the population you look at, is between 15 and 50%. It depends which population you're looking at as to what value you get there. So one of the things that I did, the first paper I wrote actually, was in relation to trying to determine what the genetic factors for having a myocardial infarction were. And I worked with my dear colleague, David Galton, in his lab at Barts, looking at a particular gene called apoprotein C3A1 gene.